Okay, guys, here we go. So we got a lawn here, level 58. Been trying him out, seeing how she feels. This to me is one of the most amazing characters ever. Um, I have to set up my window here to two windows because, unfortunately, oh man, see if I can. Oh, I'm just gonna try to watch both of my chats. It's kind of hard because the um, Facebook chat and the other one are not really working very well together right now, and it's not letting me do what I wanted to do, but that's okay. We'll figure that out later. So we got a couple of really nifty moves here that give debuffs and buffs. Um, I'm at 46%. Came here to do a couple quests, and then I'm going to go and grind for an hour at another place for the actual XP. So once a day, you can pop an XP buff that gives you up to there's two of them, but if you're level 56 or on, you can get a 200% XP boost for an hour, and you can pop that with a scroll, which I have a in my inventory. I've got a couple of these 530 experience scrolls, so that puts you at 730. Plus, you can do a food buff. So my food buffs got me get 8% and 5 health recovery. So the buffs are right here. Um, I keep a life buff going along with these because if you eat food, it brings your health up. So every time you eat, it moves this up a little bit, and every time it goes up, you get 10 more health. So it's not a lot, but it adds up. So right now, I got 2342 on my hit points. Um, Gear wise, I do have a Tet, thanks to Jared, and I've got 2 tries. Um, I've got a 61 or 62 fail stack. So either today or tomorrow, I'm going to use cronstones and maybe do 1 or 2 attempts to try to get it up, my Kudum up to uh, Tet. I looked up, and I think the best bang for the buck for me would be to get my Kudum to Tet for this character. I've got a Zarka, but the Zarka is not going to benefit me the same as the Kudum. The Kudum gives so much more extra damage to mobs, and for grinding, that's a huge deal. I'm in a guild that's PvE, so I don't have to. If I fight, it's only over somebody flagging on me. I don't go pick fights, so PvP is not my thing I have to worry about. What's up, brother? This is the game you need to be playing, my friend. This is it. This is the game. I am now in the basement, so I've moved downstairs from my office upstairs, and this is the first time I got to stream from downstairs. So, um, my father-in-law's gonna come in a couple weeks and put a wall up and doors and stuff. He just hasn't done. We haven't figured out when he's gonna get to do that, but it's gonna be in the next couple weeks. Pretty excited about that. Then I'll have an actual room. We'll put shelves up. Then after we get the shelves up, I can start decorating like I did the other room and get it all set up for me. But that's in the future. So with that being said, we got us some lawn gameplay for Black Desert Online. This character is very mobile. It has after you get your awakening. Now getting awakening, before you get your awakening, it's amazing character, but not as amazing as once you get your awakening. Once you get your awakening, it is just incredibly crazy. You can just like run up on stuff, spin through it, and you get so much health back. It's hard for me to take any damage right now, but if I take some damage, I can do like 2 moves and fill my health right back up. 3 of the moves I do on hit heal on hit. So again, this character is crazy. And on top of it all, if you dash out of combat, you heal for 250 every dash. So when I do that right there, that was 250 health back. So 250 health back out of 2,300 hit points is really nice to have. Um, I've been working on life skills slash combat. And so I've been AFK doing life skills and then doing my combat to try to get this guy to 60. That's my goal, is to get him to 60. Um, this quest real fast, listen. Yep. So if we look at my life skills, I've got professional on gathering, on fishing, and on processing. Every time you get to professional, it gives you plus 15 for your life fame. So you want to try to get each one of these on your characters to professional. The easiest characters are the easiest life skills to get to professional, honestly, is between gathering and processing. Processing, you can spend some money to do it. It's very easy to do, though, and you can AFK do it pretty much. So you can go with a couple million silver, you can go up pretty quickly, actually. You just grab the right materials. Muddy water is what I always look for on the auction house, and you filter those muddy waters. It does not use any of your energy, so you can do it with any. You can have no energy and still do it, and you'll get extra points for processing the muddy water by filtering it into purified water. I believe is what it turns into. Daddy time sounds amazing for somebody who's not had daddy time before. I very much, I've got pictures of me playing video games with Jared as a little baby slash toddler sitting on my lap while I play the games, watching the screen. So don't feel bad if you play video games with him in your lap, because I did it and Jared turned into a great gamer. So you should totally do that. uh, and don't tell your woman I said that, but you should totally do that. Again, I thought that for the longest time that the striker was going to be my main character, but then after I played this character and got my awakening weapon and got to play it with the awakening weapon, this is totally going to be my new main character. So I have went all out with this character. I've used in the game, when you're farming and grinding, you get these stones called capper stones, and I'll get one in a little bit and I'll show you what it looks like. But you get these stones, and if you get, I think the first one you get has like 20 of them, then it's like 60, and it just keeps going up. But each time you can put them into your weapon, and it'll go towards a guaranteed level increase on your weapon. So Tet the pen is the highest piece of gear you can get, and it's almost impossible to find them on the marketplace. If you do, they're like between 2 and 10 billion. They're insanely priced. They're very hard to get and very hard to come by. And it costs even more to do capper stones to convert your weapon into a Tet, but it's guaranteed. And as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather pay for a guarantee, because I did the gambling thing. I spent lots of money, like $500 million on gambling, trying to raise a piece of gear, and was unsuccessful. And I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. I'd rather just farm my money and pay for the guaranteed upgrades. So that's what I'm going to do. So you can farm Capperstones once you hit 56, 57. There's multiple quests you can do daily that give you a Capperstone. So like the ones I'm doing right now are, I've been unlocking quests that I haven't done yet. So once I do these, this will get me a Capperstone for doing these guys' daily missions. So that's like, that'll be like one Capperstone. You get one for doing other areas too, which I'm going to go back to and do in a little bit, because the daily reset just happened like 40 minutes ago. So 6 o'clock my time is when the server resets, and you can redo your dailies after that. Also, you should know this game has no subscription fee to it, but it does have a lot of stuff you can buy in the game. So if you want to spend money, you can buy costumes and value packs, which let you spend less money at the auction house. It's got some bells and whistles. You know, you get extra bag slots and stuff like that. So if you pay the amount of money you would pay for a subscription, you get bells and whistles for this game, but you don't have to. It's completely free to play once you buy the game, which is $10, or somebody gifts the game to you. I would probably do that, but definitely a very, very big, amazing game with a lot of stuff to do in the game. So it's got something for everybody, pretty much. I was actually watching videos. We'll go to do. You can catch horse in the game, and you can breed them. And I was looking up on videos on how to capture the horse for the horse game. And I may or may not try to do that today. I don't know yet. It's like I haven't done it before. Maybe I don't want to stream me doing something for the first time ever and failing miserably. Then again, somebody might want to see me fail miserably and laugh at me and make fun of me. I don't know. We'll see. This is the first time that my wife is having a Mary Kay meeting upstairs, and I don't have to worry about um, people coming in and talking to me while I'm streaming because I'm downstairs, and them totally away from all the women right now, so they're all upstairs. Thanks for the follow. This is the game you should be playing, Bill. Just saying, you should be playing this game totally, man. I thought the striker was going to be like my main guy because I really liked him. He's like Ryu from Street Fighter. He's got like a lot of moves that looks just like Ryu's moves. But after playing this character, she's got a chain with a hook on it. I mean, that's like kung fu as it gets, man. Dude, I'm telling you, Bill, this game is the game to play, man. They've added some group content and a group content character called the Shai, which is a support character. They still don't have like the DPS tank healer set up yet, but they've added this dungeon where it's like waves and you have to like try to stay alive and go through a whole bunch of waves in a co-op mode and then fight a boss. And then of course we've got the world bosses that spawn every 2 hours. That's like open world raid bosses basically that spawn. The only world boss I go after is on Sundays. We go out at, I think it's 2 my time. We go to the ocean on boats and we fight this big sea monster in the ocean. And I always go do that because I get like crazy money for doing that. So it's always worth it. Plus, it's really easy. You get on the guild has a galley. So you get on this big ass boat and you man a cannon and somebody drives it. So you're a passenger on the boat and they go out to where the boss is. We wait for him to spawn. He spawns. Everybody takes turns shooting the cannons on the boat at the boss. And then once the boss dies, everybody gets loot. The world bosses, like I said, I don't really go after them guys because I don't have guys. They're all over the world, and it takes like a long time to get around. Movement in this game, there's no fast travel, so to go from one side of the map to the other side of the map on a very fast horse that's trained up and stuff still takes between 15 and 25 minutes just to get from one side to the other. It's a long run, and this is what the map looks like. So to go from this side to this side is a good, from here to here is over 30, 40-minute ride. And then going out here in the ocean, that's where the boss is. From here to here on a boat takes about 20 minutes one way and 20 minutes back. So it's really a big world. And I do have a boat now. Like there's a sailboat and a frigate, and I got the sailboat. And I've got like not max weapons on there, but I've got pretty decent weapons. So on a scale of 1 to 10, my boat's probably sitting at about 7, which is pretty decent. And you can do this stuff called sea monster hunting. Haven't done that part yet. That's one of the things I haven't done. I've just been building my boat up and getting it ready to go, but it takes a long time. So to go sea monster hunting, just to go out to the sea takes 10 to 15 minutes of real time driving your boat out in the water. And once you go in the ocean, unless you have a compass, you're like there's no map. The mini map doesn't work. So you can't auto drive your boat out to there unless you have a compass. And compass is kind of an expensive thing to have. It's good for like 3 days, but it's like it can cost like 15 million, and I don't want to spend 15 million on a compass at this moment to go out to the ocean. Maybe later on I might. Same thing with the desert, but I know where everything is in the desert, so they told me that it's like the desert. Once you figure out where everything is and you find the landmarks and stuff, the ocean's the same way. But I just haven't been out there enough to figure it out yet. But when I'm ready to go out and do my sea monster hunting and stuff, I'll probably get a compass and just spend like a week or two figuring it all out and then going from there. The developers have been adding content like a lot lately. They added a new class, and the new class they added is called the Shai. It's like a little midget-looking chick, and she has a boomerang for a weapon, and she heals and has buffs. And if you level her from 1 to 58 before July 24th, they give you $500 million in silver. $500 million in silver is enough to buy one really, really, really good piece of gear. And like your gear can be shared, especially armor, can be shared amongst all your characters. So if you buy a piece of gear, you can use it on any of your guys. You just have to take it off and switch it out with your guys and stuff. The only thing that can't really be shared with your characters is your awakening weapon, which you get at level 56 at the quest. Your awakening weapon is proprietary to that class. Your main hand and your offhand sometimes can be shared amongst other classes. So some of the weapons are like 2 or 3 classes use the same weapon. So your weapons can be shared amongst 2 or 3 characters, but your awakening is proprietary to that one particular character. And then your moves. So you play the game up to level 56 doing like moves 1 through 10, and then as soon as you hit 56, you open your awakening up and you get an extra like 6 to 10 moves. And so your character plays a totally different play style and has a whole bunch of new moves. You can play your old moves or your new moves, but the awakening moves are much more stronger than the other moves. Again, if you play any MMOs and you want an MMO fix, this to me is a better game, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's a better game. Most MMOs require you to do a raid, to kill a boss, to get a great piece of gear. And you know what? If you can find 10 or 15 or 20 people that are going to play with you, that are going to stick through it and stuff, you may or may not get that. It's random. You may or may not get it, but you can go for it and try for it, right? But then that raid's over with, the new boss comes out or whatever, and that gear is obsolete. You've been farming for 6 months for a piece of gear that is now obsolete. In Black Desert Online, the gear is the gear. It doesn't go up. It's once it's peaked, it's peaked. But hardly nobody has like full out geared up characters because it takes so long to gear the stuff out. And the problem with Black Desert Online and gearing is it's RNG. So you have to attempt to upgrade your gear. And when we're talking about the last couple of tiers of the gear to the end game gear, if you fail, your gear goes backwards. So the last piece of the last levels of the gear goes Roman number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they have names for them. But if you're going from a 4 to a 5 and you fail, it could drop back down to a 3. So it can really set you back. And it's brutal to bring it back. You have to have these things called fail stacks that go back and forth between when you fail and stuff. It's really brutally painful. Or you might get lucky and put a buyout on the auction house, their marketplace, and buy a piece of gear that you want. But those pieces of gear go for billions of silver. I'm sitting on, let me see. I'm sitting on right now 165 million. So I don't have anything coming in right now. So I got 165 million right now. This gear that I'm talking about, let's just look at a main weapon, right? So this is the lawn that I'm playing right now, and this is the weapon I'm using. So the weapon I'm using right now goes from 570 to 690 for a level 3. For a level 4, it goes from 1.4 billion to 1.7 billion. And right now, there's two people trying to buy it, one for 1.4 and one for 1.5. That's for level 4. For the level 5, there's not been any sold at all, and they go from 14 billion to 17 billion. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's for the main weapon. You have 3 weapons. You have the main weapon, you have a sub-weapon, and you have a awakening weapon. The sub-weapon, yeah, this one. So the Kudum is the one we care about. So a level 3 Kudum goes for roughly 1.1 billion. A level 4 goes for 2 billion. And there's some of them out there for that right now, for 2 billion. And then a level 5 goes for 13 billion plus. So right now, there's 2 of them, one for 2.6 billion, one for 2.7 billion. So if I saved up 2.7 billion, I could buy this, which is what I'm doing now. I'm saving up this money. My money I'm saving up right now is for one of these. I got a long way to go. But the point is, you can get in-game gear in this game if you just take the time and play the game and farm your stuff and do your stuff that gets you money. You can get the gear. In other MMOs, it's totally RNG if you're going to get the gear or not. So you can gamble and try to get the gear for cheaper. Maybe you fail, maybe you get it. Maybe you get it on your first try. You never know. Or you can just farm the money up and buy the gear. Or you can do these things called capper stones. And you can use the capper stones to give you an upgrade, but it costs a lot of money for them. So it costs you more to upgrade than it would if you bought the stuff. But if it's something that's not on the market that you can't buy because nobody's selling them, that may be your only avenue for doing it. Hence, my awakening weapon I'm using right now, I actually put capper stones into. So it's level 4, but you can see on there it says bonus effect, all AP plus 2. That's from putting capper stones in there. And once you put the capper stones in there, so capper stones enhancement is current level 2. It goes up to 20. Once it hits 20, it becomes a level 5 weapon. And then you can go up to 20 one more time with it to get extra stats and extra DPS. So I'm not gonna lie, it's a huge difference, by the way, too. So if you get a weapon that's a 4 and you put the capper stones in there, you can see the difference of the weapon like right away. You can feel it like right away. It's very much you can feel it. Also, as you go to 60, you can use your skill points to get your moves and raise your moves up. Once you hit 60, your awakening moves are maxed out. So at level 60, you can have all your awakening moves. So that's why everybody wants to get to 60, because 60 lets you use your moves with the most damage. So if a move before you get to 60, it may be like 1,800 damage, 1,800% damage. It may go up to 2,200% damage, something like that, once you hit 60. It just depends on what the move is. But you do more damage once you hit that level. So those are all things you have to take into consideration. Personally speaking, I'd rather save the money and do what I gotta do to get the items I want and stuff. Now, if you're in a PvE guild like I am and stuff, you have events that happen. 10 events per day can happen. So like right now, what I'm doing right now, I'm farming Scissor Ruins right now. I could actually go up here and get away from this stuff so I can show you. I could actually. Is there anything chasing me? No, there's nothing chasing me. No, so good. Okay. So I could actually come over here. Go in here so I can go inside so I can show you. I could push the button and go to the daily events, and there's 10 to 10 missions. And I can look to see if there is a large or extra large mission going on. And if there is one, I could, that's a good one, but I'm not there. I'm on the opposite side of the map. If there was one for what I'm doing, though, I could ask somebody to pop it. There isn't one right now. And then there's nothing for life. And if they pop it and you kill them, you get extra XP and extra money for killing the things. So once you hit the quota, the guild gets a ton of money for the mission being completed, and you get money per each mob that you kill towards the number. So if it says kill 4,500 of the guys, and you kill 4,000 of the guys, you're going to get a big chunk of the money that's the payout for the mission. Mission payouts usually are like 14, 15 million. So it's extra money that you can get really fast, like from doing missions and stuff. Usually, I prefer to do log missions. They have life skill missions and they have combat missions. Life skill missions, I've got guys parked next to these lumber places that can chop logs out of the long and ready to go with extra energy points. When you do life skills, most life skills use what's called energy that you get in the game. So you do quests, and quests give you energy, and then you use the energy to do the life skills. And I have 327 energy between playing all my characters and getting to where I'm at right now. That's what I'm sitting at. I can't go on and on about how much I really, really like this character compared to my other characters more. The striker looked amazing, played amazing for that matter, you know. But this character is much more strong. So my striker is level 60, and I've got him completely like he's got tries for his awakening and for his main weapons. He's got tries, but I'm going to tell you right now, this character feels yeah, I do have a little bit better awakening weapon on this character than I do on my striker, but this character feels so much better. The movements, look at that. The movements are just so much more fluid. The moves they look nicer, and they don't like chop down. Like watch this. Look at that. You can just go, gadget go. Got this move. You can do this move. We can do this move. We can do this move. We can do this move, and then we can roll back and do this move. And with that being said, everything that was there is dead. So, I guess if you've never seen this game before and you're seeing me play this game for the first time, you notice I haven't picked anything up off the ground. Well, that's because you don't got loot in this game. This game, you have pets that do looting for you. So I've got some random animals that are my pets that I have that are looting for me. I think I have 5 pets out right now. One's a bird because I've just seen him fly by me. I've got hedgehogs, birds. Let's see what else I got out right now. I've got a bird, cuckoo bird, cat, and 2 hedgehogs out. And these guys run around and pick things up for me. They also give me a combat experience boost of 15% while they're doing all that. So they're running around picking up the loot for me. You can manually pick up the loot if you wanted to, but I'd rather be killing stuff. I don't want to slow down killing stuff to pick stuff up. Once you hit 57, you start getting these things called Marnie stones. And basically, you can buy them for 60,000 or 110,000, depending on which size you get. And what they do is when you kill the mobs that go to them, they fill up. And once they're full, you turn them in, and they give you about 1 to 1.5% experience. So it's like bonus XP you get by killing the stuff that goes with it. So like right now, I've got this is just your runes. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up so you can see it. So I've already filled one of them up. That orange one's filled up, and this one's filling up. So it's 291 of 500. I bought 2 of them for 110 each, so I could fill them up while I was doing this daily quest. But they're pretty much almost full. And now I'm just like finishing up the quest. So I know which quest I'm doing. I'm getting kind of heavy on weight, so I'm almost to the point where I won't even be able to turn them in if I don't control my weight issues, which is picking up loot. This game, you have weight limits for how much you can pick up. So what we're going to do is turn in this one real fast. Like, it's right next to where we're at. And then I'll go turn in another quest. And we're at 300 of 500, so I'll go ahead and turn in the 1 Marnie Stone so you can see what it looks like when I turn it in. There's the 1 turn in, and then my other turn in, right here. And going back to what I was saying though. So if you're in a PvE guild, you can get money by doing guild missions, or if they're a sailing mission, guild mission, then you can go do sailing, and then every week they do a payout, so you get like millions of silver after the week is over with. They'll take and see how much money they made, and then they split it up between the people, and they have different tiers. So you got tier 1 through 10 or something like that, and the more selling you did, and the more you did, the more money you get. You can get like 700 to 800 million per week by doing sailing, and it only takes you like an hour or two a day to get to that kind of point. So, yeah, follow me. Okay, so the Morning Stone turn-in, I'm at 48.560 roughly, 48.562. Okay, so we'll turn into 1. And that took me 48 from 48.5 to 48.9. So that's almost half a percent for that turn in, almost. Not, you know, not something to be frowned upon because it's easy, easy. So I got another. Let's turn in that though. It's the only thing that sucks, man. It's like something on me. I can't open up my log to look at it. Whoa, way over there. All right, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and 2 seconds on this. Let me go ahead and pop this bug, and then let's see. Can I? Drop some weight. So as a butler, I can pop out every 30 minutes. It takes away a chunk of my change of my weight, which is what I just did, so I can get my weight down a little bit. I need to kill 180 of these guys real fast like. I'm just going to kill some guys here randomly. I'm not even going to look where I'm going. I'm just going to go into the crowds and try to kill as many as I can. Look for like a dense pack. Just kill a couple of these packs. Right now, the event is going on. These guys are spawning faster than normal. So a lot of people will come here and farm these guys because they're spawning faster. But I don't think the XP is worth it, personally. At this location, anyways. There's places I like to farm at that people don't want to go to because they don't think it's as much experience, which is not as much experience. But when you're having to compete with other people for a spot because they're taking your kills and stuff, I'd rather go to a place where there's nobody at and get a little bit less experience, but not have to worry about having people in my way. The other part to that is people can flag on you. Now, this character, I don't give a shit, man. If someone wants to flag on me, they can flag on me all they want. That's not going to affect me none because I can either run away or I can fight them. And if I fight them, if I choose to fight them, and I do my rotation correctly, I can pretty much keep my health up, which is pretty darn good, you know. I haven't done the grab yet, so that's one of the main things for PvE is this guy has a 12-second cooldown grab, but it's an amazing grab. So I just got to press the E button. So if there's a dude fighting me and I press the E button, it grabs him, and it's got a really long range. So he could be trying to get away from me, and I could actually grab him as he's trying to get away from me, and I could still get him. Again, I only PvP if somebody flags up on me and tries to take me out. I don't like go looking for fights or anything like that, you know. Being in a PvE guild, you know, they don't want any war started over. So in this game, you can have wars between different guilds and stuff, and they don't, you know, they don't want any war started. So we're not a PvP guild. So if there's people that are PvP that are attacking our guys and killing our guys, they're frowned upon in the community because you're fighting with people who are not PvP oriented people. So you're basically like picking on scrubs, basically. Not saying I'm a scrub, but in that aspect I am, because the people that are PvPing, their gear is sick crazy. They spend money on their gear, man. I mean, they're wearing level 4 and 5 gear, and they're like decked out, and they know how to play their characters, and they're just rolling people up like tacos. So I've been, by the way, on the end of getting rolled up by them guys before, and it is no fun at all whatsoever. Um, but if you take the time to play this game and play it long enough, you can get the gear and stuff. It just takes a long time sometimes, you know. I spent a whole year playing this game and didn't even know what the hell I was doing, and didn't understand a lot of basic things that I know now. When I came back to the game, I actually took the time to research the game and read up on it and stuff. Come to find out, I was sitting on like seriously like 2 billion worth of money because I didn't sell certain items because I didn't know what to do with them. I would get them and just hold on to them. So my banks were full of materials that were worth like millions of silver, and it's just like you're sitting on all this money and don't even know it, you know. And then you find out, and you're like, damn, man, I could have been like. And then you find out, oh yeah, by the way, I thought I had a good piece of gear. No, dude, I had a piece of gear that's worth like seriously like 50,000, 60,000 silver. So I've got billions of silver, and I've got a weapon that's worth like seriously, uh, chump change, and that's what I'm playing with. And I'm struggling through the game with this, thinking it's a good weapon, and I'm struggling, thinking, "Ooh, I'm doing good." Yeah, I was doing horrible, man. I just didn't know what I was doing. So, like anybody that's, figuring a game out and stuff, I was not playing correctly. I was not using my time management very wisely. I just was having problems. And one thing you can do in this game is you can do a lot of AFK things. And when I say you can do AFK things, you can, if you have backspace, you can fish all night long while you're asleep. So you can AFK fish, and when you wake up in the morning, you sell your fish. Well, if you sell your fish to the trade guy, you're going to get some money for your fish. But if you sell it to the special guy, and you have the special fish you caught some of, you can get easily 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 million in money for fish. I get between 4 and 8 million every day whenever I do fishing. So it's very easy to get some money that way. And so, if nothing else, you could just have your guy fishing all freaking day long, as long as you got bag space. You could just have your guy fishing all day long and just sell your fish. There's farms. You can set a farm up and you can do your farm 2 times, 3 times a day. About every 4 or 5 hours, you can do your farm and you can make money off your farm. There's horses. You can catch a horse, you can breed horses, or you can raise horses, as in you ride the horse back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until they get all their levels and they get all their moves, and then you can sell them. And you can sell the horses to real people, or you can sell them to the NPCs and get tokens for it. There's so much to do in this game. I mean, honestly, it's like I could talk for hours and hours just about what you can do in the game because there's so much to do. So money, when you don't know what you're doing, money is really hard to come by. But once you figure it out, like what you're doing and stuff, it's not hard at all. And if you start playing this game and you just follow, like, there's this guy called the Black Spirit. If you just do the Black Spirit quest line, you will make millions of silver just by following him because he keeps giving you these bars, these gold bars, and they were worth a lot of money. They're worth a ton of money. So all you have to do is follow the quest line, do what he tells you to do, and he will give you these bars. You go to the storage rooms and you just sell the bars to your little storage guy for cash, and he gives it to you, the cash that they're worth, and you have millions of silver. You put that in your warehouse, and then you buy the gear that you want. You can buy gear right there on the spot, or you can put orders in for gear. It just depends on what you're looking for. All right, there's my money stone. That put me almost at 50% now. Now we're done here. I don't want to be here anymore, so we're going to leave here. Let me come in here for 1 second. I'm going to be going to what makes sense and what I'm going to do are probably 2 different things. What time is it right now? It's 7:19, so I'm not going to take any chances. So what I'm going to do is go to where I want to go. I'm going to go to kill this guy first. Bother me. Why I can't come through this door? There we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and buy my Marnie stones where we're going. We're going to be going to Badness. Grab 6 of them because I plan on being there for a minute, so we'll just grab 6. All right, so that's right. You saw that. When I said this character has mobility like nobody else. So if you want to go somewhere and you don't want to figure it out and stuff, you can just press the T button, and your guy will run automatically the best route to that area. So, like, right here, I'll just do it with the T button. That's not the best route. That's like really running around from where my mount is. They don't want you to run through the mobs. They're trying to make it safe so you can do it AFK. We're gonna run right through the mobs though because I covered some serious ground just now. And my mount's right up here. So we're gonna go backwards. So when we go backwards, we're gonna make a pit stop. So we're gonna let's see, we're gonna go in space, yeah. So I'm switching to my trainer gear to get extra experience from a mount. So that your mount has a level, gets XP. He's about to level up, by the way. And I'm gonna run him backwards from where we came from. So we need to go. We're gonna stop at this place right here to drop off all my shit that I just picked up. We'll stop right here first. So I hit the T button. Now my horse is gonna go the best route on the roads where we're going and stuff. You still don't want to like get away from the keyboard when you're going through Blitzkrieg. All these dudes that you see right here that are red that look like that, these are guys who can be killed for, I don't have it on me, but you can actually hunt them with a hunting weapon. And I don't have my hunting weapon on me because I took it off me because I didn't figure I was going to be using it. And here I am over here, and I wish I would have brought it with me, but that's okay. These are the bars I was talking about. These bars are only worth 20,000, but when you're doing the missions for the game and stuff, when you first start playing the game and stuff, the bars you get for when you first start doing it and stuff are worth like 1,000,000 or 100,000. So there's the yellow ones, and there's some of them that are worth like even more than that, you know. But you get those bars, and you get a lot of those bars in the beginning, and you sell those bars. And I recommend for your first set of armor gear, we go to armor. You get a helmet, armor, gloves, and shoes. I recommend Grunel. That's like I tell everybody you should get Grunel. What Grunel does is it gives you extra AP attack points. Attack points. Oh, see, my horse just leveled. See, level 12. And I got a level also off that for my trait skill, for my life skill. Sorry. So, anyways, level 1 through 5 gear, you can level yourself. There's no chance of failing. It's easy. This is the value of it. 321,000 for a level 1 through 5, basically. 6 is 860, 10 is 2.5 million, 3 million, 14 million, 17 million, so forth, right? The gear that I'm wearing right now is worth about 50. I'm wearing pretty much duos right now. Everybody else that's played with me is actually in tries, which is this 145. My intent is to get enough money for Tet and replace all my gear with Tets. So I'm going to just go with Tet, Brunel, and be done with it. There's this stuff called boss gear, though. That's even better gear, right? But it's really friggin' expensive. So watch this. You got a Tet Brunel helmet for 441 million. You go back and you look at the boss gear. And if we go to a level 4 boss gear, 1.6 billion versus 441 million. Now the boss gear has extra effects it gives you. So the Grunel's giving you attack power. This boss gear is going to give you plus attack speed. It's going to give you extra hit points. It's going to give you extra stamina. When you wear the set, it gives you bonuses. So those are the bonuses. And each piece of gear has a bonus that goes with it. So item effect of this piece of the helmet is plus 100 health. And then you'll have a bonus for the gloves. You'll have a bonus for your boots, and each one's something different. Plus, they give you the plus to the attack speed, the casting speed, or attack speed, depending if you're a melee class or if you're a casting class. But the point is, this gear costs for a 4 1.6 billion. Okay, a 5. If there's any on there, I don't think there is. Oh, there's one order for one. 13 billion for a pen. 13 billion. Okay, and it goes up to 14 billion. So you can look at this thing right here, and you can see that this has been going from June the 15th to July 15th, and yeah, I don't think any sold. So there's been orders, but there's not been any sold. So here we are, Whereas if you go back to the force, look at that, they've been selling. You can see when they sell, then they go up and down. So from the 15th to now, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of these have sold. So in a month, 10 has sold. So basically, one sells every 3 days, basically, for that amount. I personally would take this amount of money and get 4 pieces of gear at TED and call it a day. It won't be as good as this gear. It won't be as good, but guess what? I don't care. I'd rather have cheaper gear that has good defense on there than this gear that is overpriced. And if you're trying to min-max things, it's probably worth it. But I'm not min-maxing anything because I'm not an extreme gamer, and I'm definitely not PvPing. If you're PvPing, you better be wearing all this stuff, dude. You better be wearing it all, and you better have. So we're talking about the weapon, the sub weapon being a Kudum. You better not be wearing no Kudum either. You better be wearing PvP gear. So sub weapon for PvP gear is called the Novir. So the Kudum gives you extra AP to monsters and ignores 10% resistances. And the Novir is all resistances plus 10, and you get extra damage towards people. And if you go into a higher one, you can see it better. Look at that. You get extra AP, the monsters plus 2, all resistance 10. This is the one you'd be wearing if you were doing PvP. This is the one you do if you're PvE. Plus 28 to monsters. Plus 10 to all resistances. Plus the other stuff, all the other stuff up. Then also on your awakening weapons, there's an awakening weapon just for PvP. So when we go to the weapons, the great glaives is what they're called, right? The dandelion. Look at this, man. Level 4. Plus 5 extra damage to humans. And then plus additional, other stuff on there too. So, alright. We just got to move my horse away so it's easier to look at my inventory real fast. Alright, so we'll come over here. Actually, we'll come and grab my I got some junk I've thrown in the storage. We'll go, so. Alright, so I'm going to drop off all my gear that I picked up into this warehouse. The warehouse is basically how you can get things on the auction house or on the market, money market. So you just take your stuff that you got and you just drop it in there. And then if you want to sell it, you can sell it. And I can do that while I'm running to the next place, which is what I'll do. I won't do it while I'm doing this. I'm just throw it in there, do that, and then I'll look and make sure that there's nothing I don't want to. If I want anything to be dropped in here, I'll drop it. But like I'm good with all this. Okay, so like currency exchange. Right now I have 337 on me. That was 2 million, 2.5 million for the doing the quest I just did. Basically, gave me 2.5 million. Then keep all this on me. I'll keep all that on me. Those have some weights. We're going to drop these off here because I don't want to keep this weight on me. So I'll drop those off. And I'll drop these off also to get rid of some of the weight off of me. So those being dropped off, the rest is the trash. Now we're going to go over to our trash vendor. We're at 2.5 million for trash. Let's see what we get for this vendor. We're going to go to shop. We're going to go to sell. We're at 2.7 million, 2.8 million, 2.8 million, 2.9 million, 3.7 million, 5.9 million, and some little junk there and some little junk there. So that should be all the trash I got. Yep, it's all my trash. I forgot. I didn't see that. I gotta drop that off. Okay, we're gonna see if I can. I'll just probably put that in the bank. I don't need to carry that on me. That's just something I picked up off one of the mobs. Let me see if I can put that into. Can't put that in there, so I can only put in storage. No problem. Oh no, I can't put in storage. Is this a character bound? Is that character bound? Oh, it's tripping out. Okay, here we go. There we go. I can drop it. All right, so I got two of them. I was like, man, that don't make sense. Okay, I was just not paying attention to what I was doing. That's okay. I do that sometimes. All right, so warehouse. We'll drop those off. We'll drop those off, and then we'll call it a day on that. So then inventory-wise, how much money am I sitting on? Let's drop off. And I'll just take out 2 million. We'll do math today. And I'll leave the storage like it is. Okay, so now I'm ready to go. I got 2 million on me, and I've cleared up my inventory, and I'm gonna jump on my horse. This is a little bit longer run what we're about to do, so we're going to take him right here, and then while he's going, we'll stop. As soon as he goes out to town, there should be a there's a horse guy right here, so we'll go ahead and top my horse's energy off on the way out the door. Your horse, if you have carrots, you can give a carrot to your horse to get him back up for his stamina and stuff, but it's just as easy to come here. Plus, I need to repair my gear anyways, so we'll just do both at the same time. So we'll talk to this guy right here. We'll repair the horse. So that's 210. That's no big deal. Then we'll go to repair. We'll repair the horse gear. 368. Nothing. No big deal. Now this is what I'm wearing. So 60,000 for my gear, and this is the gear. So about 85,000 to repair all my gear. And now that my gear is repaired, I can start heading to the place we're going to. So we're going to a place called Fattest Ruins. And we're going to go right back at him too. But so I've got limited time because I know I'm going to have to get off the computer soon. So I'd rather go do the Fattest for an hour and get the most XP I can get because I get more XP there anyways. I could probably get between 20, 25, and 50% XP at Fattest. We're going to go there. We're going to pop both our buffs, and we're going to see how close we can get to 59 if we don't hit 59. If we hit 59, we will get new skill points. So at 59, we'll get the Earthly Pain. I use that one. We'll get Taunting Death. I don't use that one that much. We'll get Flailing Blades. I use this one a lot. And we'll get Daily Dance, which I use a lot. So the main moves that I use, we'll get this one I don't use. We'll get this one. I do use this one. So we'll get moves I need. But this is the next one I want. This is my main move. I use this one more than any other move. It has a 6-second cooldown. So going from Daily Dance 2 to Daily Dance 3, I go from a 7-second cooldown to a 6-second cooldown, which means I can do it more often. Flailing Blades, 4.5 seconds to 4 seconds, so that's a better cooldown. And Pure goes from 11 seconds to 11 seconds. That doesn't change. But damage-wise, we go from 753 to 804 damage-wise. Daily Dance goes from 1,300 damage to 1,600 damage. That's a nice little bump. And then Flailing Blade goes from 634 to 716. Now, the thing about these moves is um, there is on the screen there is a let's see, where's it at? Let's see it. Show it to you. I actually don't see it. These moves have skills assigned to them that give them extra stuff. So you can go to a guy in the towns that gives you your skill points and stuff, and when you go to them dudes, they'll like give you like the chance to put 2 points towards it, like 2 items towards a move. So like for daily dance, my daily dance gives me. Oh yeah, right there it says in orange. It says skill add-on. So right underneath where it says air attack, damage reduced in PvP, there's something that says skill add-on. That skill add-on that I add on to it is right below it in white. Okay, so I can't show you with my mouse because if I do, it makes it go off of it. But like right above the picture where she's gonna do the move and stuff, it says critical hit rate 20% for 9 seconds per self, and attack speed 4% for 5 seconds per self. So I get critical hit and attack speed for doing this move. So, and also this move also heals me 25 health and 30 of my energy when I hit targets with it. And it puts a debuff on them, a bleeding debuff on them also. So it's a really great thing to do. So I usually start a fight out with that move. So that's when you see me spinning into dudes, that's what I use is spinning into dudes, right? Once I spawn into the dudes, I just hold my right mouse button down to do this move right here, which is an add-on also. This add-on gives me plus 25 damage to monsters for 8 seconds, and it also gives me plus 15 to defense for 10 seconds. So I take less damage and do more damage with this on. So I rotate between those two buttons right off the bat to give myself 2 different buffs. Once I hit 60, I can do one more add-on, and my next add-on will be this one. And it will give me extra health recovery, and think I think it was a speed thing or something like that. I can't remember now without being at the trainer to see what he's going to give me, but that is the next one I'm going to get. When you're fighting, you get XP and you get skill points. So up the top left-hand corner, you can see that I have skill points 22, 53%. So when we start grinding it a little bit, you'll see this 53% going up until I get each skill points up. The moves that we're going to go into and stuff that we need, this one requires 36 skill points. This one requires 52 skill points. Holy smokes. So I need some serious skill points. By the way, these guys we're going by, that's the fattest looking guys that we're going to be fighting here in a little bit. But these are good guys, I guess. But that's what kind of guys we're going to be fighting in a little bit. Going back to what I said. So I'm going to need some serious skill points, which I'm going to get, by the way. So what we're going to do is once we get to where we're going, I'm going to switch characters to feed my pets because my pets are at 9%, 9% out of 100%, 44 and 9%, and they are on average, which means they pick up not slow but medium speed. There's a fast one. So slow pickup uses less energy, middle uses a little bit more, and if you go to the red one, they'll pick up really fast, but they use a lot of energy. So I've not really had a problem picking up loot at this point in time in the game. I've been able to be on the yellow one, and it's been no problems. Green's too slow. I can't keep up with it on green, but yellow has been okay with me. So what I'll do is I'll switch characters real fast, like once we get to where we're going, and then I've got food on at my other location, and I'll pop the food buffs for my animals and top them all off, and then I'll switch back to this guy, and then we will pop our cooldowns. So one of the cooldowns we'll pop is right here. It's at the bottom here. So if you are below level 56, you can pop this one, which gives you 100% combat experience for 60 minutes. If you're over 56, you can pop this one. This is every day. This respawns every day. So you can use both these buffs when you're leveling up. This one gives you 200% combat experience or 100% towards you get 200% combat experience for 60 minutes, or you can get 100% combat experience for 2 hours. So you can go with 200% or 100, 1 hour, 2 hours, okay? And then you got skill points. You can go with 30% skill points for 60 minutes, or you can go with 15% for 2 hours. Me, I'm popping the 200% combat experience because I'm trying to get to 60. So we want the 200, so we'll have the 200 here, and then we'll have the 1 hour buff for the 530, and that'll give us that. then we're good to go. If I want more than that, there's other scrolls you can get that gives you. I don't have any on me right now, but you can get other scrolls that give you the 100 and stuff. I'm not worried about that right now because I know I have limited game time, so I want to make sure I pop my 200%. Every day, you want to make sure you pop your 200% if you have it. That's just the way it goes. Now, every day when you log into the game, based off of your combat fame, which is your levels of all your guys combined together, your life fame, and your social fame, you get an amount of money. So 1647 is where I'm at right now, which gives me 1.2 million silver per day. So every day I get 1.2 million. Then for this I get an extra 400,000, and for this one I get another 250,000. So I get basically 2 million a day for logging into the game. And that money is found right here. So I got 7.6 million saved up right now. Then also, as we're going, I'll show you, there's the Black Spirit game that's going on right now. This is good for 1 week. This game comes and goes. I've already played it one time today, but you push the dice, and this is my guy right here. So whatever it rolls, he's going to move on the board. So 3, 1, 2, 3, he's going to get this thing right here, which is a meal box. So that item that I just got goes in here with this. So it's one of these items. It's probably this right here. No, it's probably this one. No, this one maybe? Yeah, here we go. So I've got 2 of them. You can right-click on these and recover these anytime you want. I've been saving them because I don't need this stuff right now, so I just leave it in here for right now because I don't need this stuff. But got the money here, and I've got 48 rewards in here from this and for logons. Now, your tennis logins, this is your tennis login. So like right now, I'm getting one of these every time I log in, one of these little fragments, moonlight fragments. But from the beginning of the month to the end of the month, you get these other items. So every day it gives you a different reward for logging in. If you've never played the game before, it's a whole different thing, and there's 2 of them. So for the first 2 weeks, you get 2 rewards every day you log in. You'll get one from here and one from the other one for when you first start playing the game. Good thing to know, because you don't know you're getting this stuff. But it all sits down here in this little Black Spirit safe. So when you get these rewards, it goes to the Spirit safe. Then you also can have mail in the game. And your mail in the game, you're going to have these little gifts that you can, well, not this one, but there's gifts that you can mail back and forth to people that get you like money and rewards and stuff. So it's something just to know that you can get and stuff. And then your challenges. So everything in the game there's like all these challenges to make the levels and all this other stuff. So there's goals and stuff, right? So for me, my next goal right here is right here, 61. So at 61, I get a weapon. Oh my gosh, I wish I was getting a weapon. I get a ring that is equivalent to my tri ring, which is really, really good, by the way. So 61, you get this ring. 62, you get this earring, and as you can see, that's my best earring, so I really need this earring. And at 63, you get this belt. That belt's better than my dual belt, which is a really good belt, by the way. And then at 64, you get this amazing necklace, which is just friggin' sweet. It's the equivalent of a tri-ogre, but it is friggin' sweet. So these levels are no friggin' joke. Okay, I've got one guy that's 60, and going from 60 to 61 is brutally painful. It takes a very long time. You are gonna spend some time. If you want to do it, you can do it, but you're gonna probably be grinding. You're gonna put some work in. It's not gonna be given to you. It's not easy. This game is not easy when it comes to getting the levels, especially over 60. Once you hit 60, if you die to a mob, not PvP wise, but to a mob, you lose like 2%. By the way, this area I'm running through is 4, 5, 6, 7 man group area. So this is like, these guys are like, you gotta take like 4 or 5 guys to kill one of these guys. This is like a group area right here, a grinding area for grinding group wise and stuff. But anyways, going back to what I was saying though. Leveling in this game, for me, I can go from 0 to 50 in a few hours if I wanted to. But 56 to 58 can take a couple of days. 58 to 60 can take a couple of days. After 60, it can take a week or 2 of grinding. So you get more experience on the weekends. On the weekends, there's a bonus that pops up. Let me see if I can show you real fast. Like up here, there'll be a bonus right here. So it says, right now, there's a 50% combat experience boost going on and 10% skill for right now. But on the weekends, it's usually 100% or 200% sometimes. So it just depends on what weekend and what's going on and stuff. But you can get bonus experience on the weekend stuff. But that means more people are trying to grind on the weekend. So you get more experience, but the areas are contested. So therefore, you're not getting a good rotation. The main rotations are taken, so you're having to fight a sub rotation. You're not getting as much. To me, I'd rather grind during a week. I just rather grind there in a week and then play when I can play on the weekend. And if I can grind a little, I'll grind a little bit, or I'll do some questing. I don't care. Questing in this game, if you follow the Black Spirit, this guy right here, the Black Spirit quest line, when you first start playing the game, if you follow the quest line and just stick with it and stuff, that's how you would get your first free bags. You'll get you start out with I think 3 rows of bags. When you first make your guy, you only have 3 rows of bags. That will give you up to 40 something bags just by doing the questing and stuff. Then after that, if you want more bags after that, you're going to have to spend either loyalty points or money. So you got your loyalty points you get every day. You get 100 loyalty points every single day. I say save your loyalty points for weight. I'm at 2,700, so I got to wait till I get to 3,500 to get the next weight for this guy. You can get 4 of these weights per character. I've gotten 1 already for this guy. And then you can also get bag space over here. So if you want bag space, it's inventory. There's 16 and 8 slots. I wait till there's a sale. There's a sale that comes up every once in a while, and they give you twice as much. So you pay them out for this, but you get 2 of them instead of 1. You get 2. So like all other games, that has bag slots and inventory slots and stuff. You just wait. You can do it then and stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can spend some serious money in this game. I've spent some serious money in this game. I'm not gonna say how much, but I've spent some money in this game. And you can spend money in this game, But I paid for World of Warcraft for 5 subscriptions for 2 or 3 years. So that's 15 times 5 times 12. That's per year, and I did it a lot. You know what I'm saying? So this is spending some money on something you want to play is not a big deal if you're a gamer. A gamer is willing to spend money on the games they're gonna play. That's just the way it goes. All right, so this is the town I was going to. We're gonna come over here real fast, make sure we're good to go. We're gonna switch to my other guy to get my stuff up. So I'm gonna grab this quest real fast, yeah, whatever, man. Okay. All right, so we're gonna switch over right now to this person in Vela. We'll grab the food for the pets, buff the pets up, switch back, run over to the starting spot, grab the quest, and pop our buffs, and we'll start rock and rolling. See where we're at. Okay, so do I have any food on me before I start? No, I don't. I have to grab out. So the food I have is in my warehouse. So here's my warehouse. I was gonna show you all the selling stuff too when I was going. I forgot all about that. It's no big deal. We'll do it later. All right, so I'm gonna grab 50 food. So this is my combat pets, and here they go. So as you see, they're filling back up. They get 20% for each time you click on it, and they're kind of expensive, but you can cook them yourself. So, all right, so that was my combat pets. This is my last skill pets. We're gonna go ahead and do those. Pop them up. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, so as I was saying, so we got one more, that one. Okay, so we're gonna pop back out our combat pets now that they're topped off, and then we're gonna put the food back in the warehouse. That way I don't have to figure out which character I took my food on, because I've done that before a million times. It's just easier to have it on your guy waiting. All right, so there you go. Food's back on there. We're ready to rock and roll. So we're gonna switch back over to, there we go. So we're back on this character, and then while we're doing that, we're gonna come over here. I'm trying to remember to play the Black Spirit game on my other screen because I've got another character riding a horse this whole time. So I'm just trying to make sure that I hit it, which I got a Blackstone weapon for that one, which is nothing but niceness right there. Okay, so got a level 20 horse, and it's worth 5.6 million. So, and I only paid $1 million for it. So it's already made me $4 million off that horse. So, okay, so we got our stuff is done. So the guy that we're going to is this guy right here. We're not going to take that long route to him though, so it's not a big deal. We're going to click on one of these to get the item count up. We're going to take a shortcut. Okay, so we've already said that I'm very mobile. So we're going to take a shortcut to get down there. So as you can see, it's going to be right down this little hill right here. So we're going to jump down this hill. I'll wait till I get close to the edge. Oh, yeah, there he is. That is one of the reasons, like, a lot of people want to play this class, by the way. So, okay, there's this quest, no big deal. This quest, no big deal. But this quest is a big deal. There's your capstone right there. So, just to show you what that does, we go to enhancement. This is how you enhance your gear in this game. So, oh damn, I got to pull it out so I can show you. All right, so right now, for me to do a Capperson enhancement to this guy, I need 120 more of those. So 120 more of those is going to give me one more AP. So I'll go from 2 AP to 3 AP with that. So it's going to make me go up a point towards. The one on the left is the pen. That is the actual best piece of gear. Plus it goes up with Capperstones after that, but that is the best piece right there. So to the right is where I'm at right now. To the left is where I'm going towards. Okay? So 1 AP will take me from 103, 112 to 104, 113, and so forth. And I'll keep going up until I hit 109, 118. And then I'll be at pen, by the way. So it's 120 of those. And by the way, those things are valued at, let me put this back on so I don't forget. They're valued at, I want to say, 2 point something million. Let's see, is it this one? Oh man, I'm sorry. They're worth 2.7 million. So you need 120 of them. That's valued at 250 million or whatever for one AP increase. That's really expensive, by the way. Really expensive. But the only way you can get those things is by either buying them off the marketplace or gathering them with your chopping logs or your life skills can get them. There's a chance. I get them all the time, actually. So here's the 200% buff. We popped that one. And now we're popping the 530% scroll. So we got our buffs going. We are sitting at 49.7. And here we go. This is my favorite part right here because I know I'm gonna get some good experience doing this. Kind of sticking kind of close to this area because I'm doing the quest real fast like, so we'll probably turn them in. Maybe not, I don't know. Depends. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, see, there's more dense areas over here, so we're gonna go towards more dense areas. I just started there because that's just where we started out at, but I'm working my way towards an area where these guys are on a fast respawn right now. So I'm just working my way towards one of the areas where there's a whole bunch of them, and it'd be like a lot easier to get like really fast numbers out of them. So As you can see, we already killed 74 of 600 just in those couple of seconds, and that's not even the good spawns. There is an elite here that we're going to run up on here in a little bit. I'm going to skip him totally because he's a pain ass to kill, and he's not worth the time when we're trying to get experience. If you want a gear, he's totally worth it because he's going to give you a special piece of gear usually when you kill him. But I'm not here for gear. I'm here for money and experience. So you can level up the area you're playing in. I'll have to show you that in a little bit. As you do quests, you get what's called contribution points. Contribution points are used to link areas together. When you link areas together, you can use your energy to level up the areas to let you get more better loot and more loot. So you get more trash loot and better chances of better drops, basically. So, like, when we look at this area, it is a level 7 area, 7.5, which means I have a better chance of getting loot here. Doing the quest, the Black Spirit quest, and all those quests and stuff give you contribution points. Contribution points are used to link areas together. Some area nodes take 1 point, 2 point, 3 points. And if you're next to the main city is once you find the city, it's an automatic. And then anything outside of it, you connect to it and you link up areas and stuff. So if you know that you like an area, you like the mobs, you like farming them and stuff, you get contribution points linked to them, and then you level up that area and make it high so that you get more loot when you fight them. So you have a better chance of getting drops and stuff. This place is not the best place for loot drops. It's not the best place for trash loot. It's not the best place for loot drops. There's way better places for money for loot drops than this place. However, this is a less frequented place because it's always sucked. Okay? It's better now. They did a rework on it, so it's a better place now. But people hate this place, which is why I like this place, because there's nobody here. So we're the only ones here fighting this stuff. I don't have to worry about having to fight with other people. I can run around. I don't even got to do a regular rotation. I can just run around, kill anything I want. I'm not messing with anybody else's rotation. Which, courtesy of a PvE guild is you got to be courteous and not just jump into people's rotation stuff. So if I see something in a rotation, I just like see where they're going and try not to mess their rotation up and do my own rotation off of where they're going. Now, if you see the little white shiny things on the ground, that's the loot that you could pick up if you wanted to by just pressing the things, the E button on top of it. But your little pets will pick it up usually pretty quick and stuff. So usually you're pretty good and stuff, depending on what level your pets are. There is a skill point. So I just got a skill point. So now we're at 28 skill points, and we need 50 something for the next skill point that I actually care about. So the first thing I want when I hit my next level is that spinny thing you just see me do, a deadly whatever it's called, and it's 52 points to get it. So it's really important, and it's really expensive. So that's what I want. I'm already at 51% since we started doing this, which is pretty not too bad, I guess. We're doing pretty good. Sometimes you get stuck on things. It's the only thing that sucks. I don't know if you can hear the little money thing and stuff. When your little guys pick up the stuff, you can hear the money dropping on the ground. I can go into more depth on the life skills and stuff like that on another time and stuff. But basically, in a nutshell, your life skills can be done AFK, so you can fish or raise your skills on your horse. You can even raise your strength or your stamina on your character by carrying a bag or running back and forth all night long. So you just leave your computer on, tell it to auto loop, and your guy will run back and forth between 2 points all night long. And when you come up the next day, and you look at your guy, he'll have gained like 5, 10 points toward his stamina, or maybe like 4 or 5 points toward his strength. Your strength determines on how much you can carry. It's kind of an important stat. Um, Technically speaking, I'll have to look in a second to see what my strength is on this character. But if I haven't already started doing it, I might actually start tonight working on my strength with this character because where's my strength at on this guy? I am sitting at I'm at 12, so that don't matter. Once you get to 12, it's like it's hard to get points after 12 anyway. So it's like, do you really want to spend that? I can make millions of silver in a night or AFK fishing, or do I go for an extra small 10, 20 weight points? It's not really worth it at that point, I don't think. But I haven't spent like a lot of real money on the weight on this guy yet, which I have on my other guy. My striker is like, my striker can hold some serious weight. He's got like all the weight. I think my Musa does too, which is another character I really like. So that's my three main characters: my Musa, my striker, and this guy. But my striker has the most bags because anytime an event happened and I got free bag slices, I gave it to my striker because I thought he was going to be my main guy. I really did. I really thought he was. And now I've played this character, and this character is like so much better, you know. Now, I'm not going to say that the Shai is out of the battlegrounds for anything because the Shai is really good for PvE, just not good for PvP. So if you got a Shai and you like the Shai, that Shai has the potential to do some stuff, some dirt. But the Shai only comes with 5 or 10 moves. But 2 of the 5 or 10 moves are freaking hills, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, I think I might have died like once or twice with my Shai, and it was because I wasn't paying attention when I was doing it. Like, I totally died because I was not paying attention when I was doing it. And I didn't have the best gears. I had like a dual weapon. I had um, a crappy offhand weapon, my sub. I actually have a Kudum for my Shai now that I'm gonna have to level up myself manually, which, that's no fun. But you know, I haven't decided if I'm gonna play my Shai or not, so I'm just letting him sit on the Kudum that I got. There's this vendor you can use that can drop any gear in the game on the vendor. It takes 50 energy to see what he has, and he can sell you an item for cost, for cheaper, for more expensive. He just randomly gives you something. You know, it can be something good, it could be something bad. And the last time I did it, he had the Kudum for the Shai for 100 and I think 100 million or something like that. It goes for like 150 to 184. So I went ahead and bought it because I knew that if I didn't want it, I could sell it and get most of my money back, if not all my money back. Well, I bought it because I couldn't remember if I had a Kudum or not on my Shai, and I didn't. So now I'm like, okay, well, I got a Kudum now, which means you get plus damage to mobs. That's huge for a PvE character, which that's what the Shai is. So I'm going to hold on to that and stuff. My mom has the exact same character, and she's already got a Kudum on her. She just needs a couple more pieces of gear, and she'll be better off. She just needs to add some skill points put into her character, actually, I think. But she's getting there. The Awakening for the Shy has not been released to public yet, and they've put some videos out and stuff, but it's not like out yet, so you can't get it yet. Um, and then again, like I said, if you was to play the Shy and get your set at 58, you get a half a billion silver, which is no joke. You've seen the gear that you can get level 3 gear, a whole bunch of level 3 gear, which is what I've been using this whole time and rocking. You can get level 3 gear, or you can get like one piece of level 4 gear, which, it just depends on how you want to do it, but it gives you a good little amount of money, not to count the money you get for just doing your stuff, playing the character and stuff. But this is just in addition to, but that event is only going to the 24th of July. So that's for 9 more days, 9 more days. So in 9 more days, that event will be over with. And if you didn't make it, I'm sorry for you. But anybody can do it because my mom is level 57, so she's only got 1 level left, and then she's gonna have it. And I told her if she got close to the timeline and she hadn't made it and stuff, I'd help her out. But I wanted her to like really try to do it first for herself, so she could say she made it herself. So we'll see how that works out. But Whoever likes this character, because like I said, this to me is one of the best characters in the game. I think. I played the wizard. I played the witch. I like them. They have some heals. They have a res. They got cool spells. I played the striker. Really liked him. He was like playing Ryu. He had all kinds of crazy moves and stuff. But this character, I think, is my favorite character in the game. Not to mention, she's fighting with a chain. That sink in, man. Look at that. She got that chain, man. Look at all them chains on her. Look at them chains. This is bad. And she's just like, yeah, sick. Sick, I tell you. Sick. Again, this game is like a $10 game. Comes on sale every once in a while. It was on sale like a month or two ago. It's on sale for $5. $5 for the game. $5. No subscription fee. No, just $5 for the game. You get 6 character slots. You want more character slots, you can use your loyalty points. You get 100 points a day. You can use, I think it's 5,000 loyalty points to unlock a character slot. So it takes a while to get it, but hey, you can get it. You get 100 points a day. So I think it's 50 days. Every 2 months, you can get a character slot if you need to. Just going through these guys like they're butter. I'm the butternut that's been heated up and just getting toasted by me. Oh, that's a real person right there. So wasn't ready for that, so I moved away. Come on, come on. We're gonna move away, get my health up a little bit. I was looking at the other screen when that happened. Didn't even see him come up on me. I see him coming back though. Don't attack me. I love how people like don't attack me, but they want to follow me around. I'm like, I'm not trying to attack you, but you can have it. There's plenty. The fast respawn and stuff. There's no point. This is why I go to places that nobody goes to, though. See how they want to duel you for a spot and stuff? I'm like, dude, I don't want to duel for a spot. You can have it, man. There's plenty of places to kill stuff, man. With the fast respawns we got going on right now and stuff, there's no point, man. That this stuff's already respawned. Come over here, kill this big group right here. Oh, yep. Looks like I can do a circle. So the spawn right here is so good that I can just kill these guys. definitely can do this rotation. It's a nice little rotation too. Super simple. So that XP buff gives you skill points and gives you XP, or combat XP that is. So I just don't like that rock. The rock's in the way. Real good combos. Real good combos. Combos are in the middle of my screen too. It's kind of hard to see them, but I think there's a way to make it bigger so it's easier to see. I have to look up that. That was tailspin. mowing them down. 58%. We still got 30 minutes on our buffs. Maybe make 20%. Like I said, once you get higher, man, it starts getting slow to make the levels. I think we can make more XP if we were doing what's called Desert Nagas. They seem to be more experienced from everything I've read, but the problem is it's a contested area. There's lots of people there always, and it's just a pain in the butt to get there and not have to deal with people in your way. There's also a place called Sawsons that can be good too, but again, these are places people like to go because good XP. How we looking on weight? We're looking pretty good, but we're gonna go ahead and dump off some of this weight. So dumping that weight off messed my rotation up. I dropped my buffs, had to put them back on me. So again, this is the part of the game where if you really want the end game stuff, you gotta work through it. So you gotta get to 60 to unlock your highest level moves, and then you gotta get that money. personally speaking, I'd rather grind through, get 60, and then do the quest and get as much money as I can unlock, and just do like maybe 2 or 3 daily quests a day for the capstones. Pick the ones I like. Like I like this one, which I could have already turned this one a long time ago. One reason we're still here is because I'm using my 200% experience buff and my scroll. Which, by the way, I would never use my scrolls once I hit 60. Use them getting up to 60, but once I hit 60, I only use the 200 XP buff a day. So pick the place you're going to burn the 200% at, and then burn it, and then do the daily quest that you want to do that gets the rewards that you want. So um, there's a place called Cagrins or something like that. We ran by it when we were coming this way, and I really like doing their daily quests because they have about 6 or 7 of them. They give you pretty decent rewards and stuff, and I like doing those. But they don't give a capstone, and this one gives a capstone, so that makes this one important. Desert Nagas on the opposite side of the map give a capstone. They're important. Bashams gives a capstone. So those, oh, and Centaurs gives a capstone. So those are all important because they give you. Oh, and so does Basilisk. So there's places on the other side of the map that are slower to kill stuff, but give you capstones, and you have to kill less. So the centaurs and the basilisks, you only got to kill 250 of them, I think it is, to get it. But they are friggin' hard to kill. Don't get me wrong. They're not easy to kill. They're a pain. Like my geared out level 60 could kill them, but it was a pain in the butt. This guy, I'm pretty sure when I hit 59, I'll be able to kill him no problems. So I might migrate to those guys. But you don't kill them as fast, so your experience, it's a little bit more experience, but it's slower. And hold on one second. Sorry. Um, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Anyways, I think the other stuff we give a higher chance of better rewards, and you can make more money and stuff. But at the same time, when it comes to skill XP and real XP, faster kills is where it's at. So we went from basically 50% to 60%. We got 24 minutes left on this buff. Of course, the longer I do this rotation, the more comfortable I'm getting with the rotation. So that does help, a little bit too. It's really like to have programmable buttons that do different moves because some of the combos you gotta do is like shift left, shift right, up left, up right, shift F, up F. The combos you gotta do on the keyboard are some of them make my fingers sore. I've also thought about using a controller, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to relearn the game for the controller. Let me look in the loot here in a second and see if we got anything good. Nothing special. There's no real serious good loot at this location, which is why nobody farms this location. If we go to Basilisk, there's a like 1% chance, which I've had drop by the way, to get a Basilisk belt. Basilisk belt's worth like a lot of money. So you can get some serious money at other places. Um, The centaurs have a belt that's worth more money now because it can be broke down and melted into this thing's called yoga gems or something like that. It's some new thing that they're going to be doing for new jewelry. I haven't like really read up on it. I just know it's coming out. You have like 400 of them for one piece of jewelry or something like that. So and I think you get like maybe four to eight of them for melting a very expensive piece of gear down. Really, really good rotation here. Now, this rotation would not be a great rotation normally, but the reason it's a good rotation right now is because every week they change the special location spawn rates because they want people to go to other areas they don't go to very often. And this one was for this week was increased. Okay, guys. These guys just gonna come and run right in my rotation. So if I was not in a PvE guild, at that point I would have flagged and killed both of them guys. Because that's a guy power level and another guy. And so I would have killed both of them if I was in a non PvE guild. Oh, he said he needed 30 more kills and we're gone. Okay, I didn't even see that message. They must have been doing the quest. Still rude as hell to come through and jump on my mobs like that. I swear though, people do not read the patch notes. They don't realize there's respawn rates been increased for this particular area. So they're just running through areas instead. They could just stay in an area and like totally do like I am. Even if they got high DPS, they could just make their circle a little bit bigger than mine, but they could totally do it. Of course, I read the patch notes, and I also watch them on YouTube. Also, there's a guy that reads the patch notes and explains stuff. Sometimes I don't catch all the notes. I mean, I read them, I don't know what they're talking about. And he actually like explains what the hell they're saying on the notes, which is really nice. The other thing on this game is people that are trying to level up their gear and stuff, you can see when they fail and when they make it. So like this, the dude just tried to do a try. Hold on 1 second. My son just came down here, told me that he took my ice cream and that he realized he had his own ice cream and wanted to know if I wanted. I'm like, no. Anyways, you can see who's getting what. So that dude just failed at a pen attempt. So he went from 4 to 5 and he failed. Unless he had Cron Stones, he went backward. It really sucks. That dude just failed for Dandelion. That dude just failed for a helmet. That guy got a try. So that guy went up to a 3. That guy failed on Tet. Failed on Tet. Oof. Failed on Tet. All these Tet tries, man. That dude tried to do a try. He got it. So the tries are going through. Failed at Tet. Failed at Tet. Oh, I thought I just seen a Tet success there, though. It's kind of a big deal. Somebody else got one, too. Those messages come through so fast, though, sometimes you don't really get to see them. So what I just did was I tried to increase my speed that I was killing these guys in. Stop fighting the tents and killing the tents because the tents take so long. 64 skill points. We're good for the move we need. For the first one, anyways. So we got 8 minutes left on our buff. We're at 65%. Need to do my farm still too, man. So I might, as soon as I get done with this buff, I might jump off, well, turn my quest in, of course, and then jump over to my farming guy and hit my farm real fast, like. On this guy. I did all my morning stones already on this guy. So that's going to give me another 6% XP. No, 6 of them, 3% XP. So I'm at 69 basically. What I'll do is tomorrow I'll pop my buff at the Desert Nagas if there's nobody there, and I'll see how that looks. You can also switch servers, so you can do a server hop every 10 minutes. And so if there's people in the area you're at and stuff, you can switch to a different server and see if that's better for you or not. We normally don't do the server hops ourselves because if you're in a guild, usually the guild wants to stay on one particular server, and ours stays on the server we're on. But you can do it sometimes if you need to, especially if you're trying to do something, there's people in the way. You just can't do a guild mission on the other servers. You have to be on the same servers everybody else is at. And there's a good point. Can't complain about that. Three minutes. One minute on the bus. Boom. Buff is up now. Okay, so the buff is up. We went to 68%, not too bad. I'm gonna come up here, and I'm gonna stop the stream up here. I gotta help the wife relax. So get these guys off me, and then we'll be back.